Good morning. Welcome to the first of a series of tips and tutorials designed to help you organize your Google life. As more of our professional activities are moving on to the Google Apps platform, I've heard from teachers who feel overwhelmed by the amount of emails in their inboxes, calendar invitations, or shared documents that are popping up in their Google Drive folders. Fortunately, Google has included a number of management tools to help users manage this. But many casual users remain blissfully unaware of some of the very features that would help them the most. Hopefully these videos will help you take command and build a workflow that makes sense for you. Today's quick tip will focus on a tool to keep your inbox clean and organized, which is a challenge for practically everyone I know, myself included. Perhaps we should start by reflecting on the purpose of an inbox. In a traditional paper-pushing office, the inbox is precisely that. The first step, the starting point for organizing your communications. Items only start in the inbox, but are immediately dealt with, filed appropriately, or forwarded to the relevant member of the team.
At about the same time each day, the morning mail is distributed. Sorting it is one of Jean's responsibilities. She selects the unopened personal letters for Mr. Williams from the business mail which was opened in the mail room. Mr. Williams has instructed her to open all his personal mail. The care and precision with which she handles this routine assignment are again indicative of Jean's thoroughly competent approach to her job.
These days, for many users, the inbox has become basically the only box. Items are read or not, but basically pile up day after day, month after month, into a massive, largely unsorted pile. This could never happen in a traditional office. You would be quickly, and quite literally, buried in paper. Although digital mail doesn't occupy as much physical space, people still tend to get buried. Important information and communications get lost in the chaos, action items slip through the cracks, and productivity generally suffers.
In checking through the business mail, she finds a letter which refers to some previous correspondence. So she gets out the file on this, in case Mr. Williams might want it later.
Like a great secretary, Google has many tools to help you deal with this. Folders, filters, and lots more. We'll try to get to the important ones in future videos. But my tip today concerns a tool that is unique to Gmail, the archive function. Basically, it quickly takes emails from your inbox and files them. The emails still exist. You don't need to worry about deleting any important information. You'll still be able to find your emails using the search bar or by any other tagging and folder system you decide to use. But your inbox finally will be fresh and clean, ready to be used as an inbox was intended. This is a great starting point for building a system to organize your email. Sometimes people are so overwhelmed by the mountain of email that's already in their inbox that they don't even know where to start. But by using the archive tool, you can get a quick, clean slate, and from there you can start designing a system to help keep it that way. Alright, let's give it a try. So we're looking at my inbox. It's fairly cluttered. I have mail streaming all the way to the bottom of the page and also past the bottom of the page. So it's time to give it a quick clean. So the first thing I'm going to do is select the messages that I want to put into the archive. Now I'm going to assume that I've read and dealt with all of these emails and they're ready to be archived. So the whole inbox is ready to be archived. So I'm just going to click on this select button, and that will automatically select all of the messages on the page. Now here's another great little feature you want to be conscious of. When I use this button, it only selects the visible messages, the messages I can actually see on the page. So if I go over here and go to select all conversations in inbox, not only will it select all of the visible messages on the page, it will also go on to all of the other pages and select everything in my inbox. So for the purposes of archiving stuff, that's a really handy feature. So I've done that. I've selected all my conversations in the inbox. There are only 60. I mean, if you have years and years of email, that could be thousands. So they're all selected, and all I have to do is go over to the archive button and click Archive. It gives me a confirmation message. This will affect all 60 conversations. Do you want to continue? Sure, I want to continue. Okay. And then suddenly, my inbox is empty. I've dealt with everything. I'm ready for fresh messages to come in. I'll be able to act on them and sort them appropriately. Now, if you need to find messages that you've archived, this is not a big deal at all. The search function, like however you would search for other emails, still continues to work. So you can continue to search things. If you've done a good job putting things into folders, or tagging them, then those messages remain tagged and they remain in the folders that you put them. So you'll be able to find them, you know. Or if you go all the way to the bottom here, there's this all mailbox, which continues to store all of the emails that have been archived. So you can always get back to the list of messages later. In fact, you can even come in here and move things back to the inbox if you desire. So if you put something in there by mistake, not a big deal. You can just go in there and put it back. Now that my mailbox is fresh and clean and I have a blank slate to work with, it's time to create some folders, some filters, and sort of think about a workflow that will allow me to keep my inbox empty so it's a very useful working space. But we'll get to some of that stuff in the next video.
And now the mail is in order.